at this. Look what I found.
Great. Another thing brought into my home. Is it clean?
I don't know what it is, but it sure is pretty. Do you want to know what I think it is?
Don't let me prevent you from finding someone who cares what it is.
It's a magic rock from another dimension, you see, on the planet Plato.
Oh, brother.
You see, on the planet Plato, in another dimension, long, long ago, an evil troll named Lord Quagmire ruled with an iron fist. He would invade villages, steal people's goods, torture the innocent, and tease all the cats he could find. Lord Quagmire was trying to take over the land, and to do so, he needed this magic ruin stone. He had a vicious army of evil elves at his command. He searched everywhere for it. He looked high, he looked low, he looked north, and he looked south. King Whatchamacallit and Queen Hoozawasset were scared. What are we to do? Our soldiers are beaten, they've run off. Our poor huddled masses are scared. Our best magic user, the wizard Montague, dumbfounded. What? If only a hero would ride up and save our land. But at the moment when all hope was lost, a hero came from the east, but he was not up to the task. So Annabella Elizabeth Taylor, the Velvet Swordmaster, called Tiger Lady by her friends, showed up from out of the west and took back the magic rock and gave him a stern talking to. But being a nicky person, he didn't listen. Change your ways, evil troll, or I will smite you with my enchanted blade and send you back to the dark places where you were spawned. Quagmire thought for a moment and replied, Ah, well, nuts to you. Tiger Lady was at a loss for words, so she did what any good hero would do. She chopped his ugly head clean off and saved the land.
How charming. You must be watching too much syndicated programming. Why don't you go play in traffic somewhere?
But wait, dear sweet mother of mine, it might be a shell from an alien egg. Yeah, an alien egg found on Altair 4. In the year 2010, the spaceship, the UNSS Ringo Star, with Captain Carter, Dr. Anderson, Sergeant Davis, and its crew lands on its surface. They were in search of minerals for their Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator. But when they landed, they saw that the whole planet was empty. They searched around and saw that the cities were deserted and there was no sign of life anywhere. But Lieutenant Eddie Paskey found this rock and thought, hey, I can study this. So they returned to the ship. But while they slept, the egg glowed an eerie glow, a foreshadowing kind of glow. Then it hatched. Out came a pipsqueakian, yellow-bellied sapsucker, which was kind of odd because it wasn't yellow and it didn't suck sap. It was angry and it drank blood. One by one, the crew fell victim to its dietary needs. First it got Chief Jones in the freezer. Then it ate Lieutenant Hyde in the avionics room. Then Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. The captain was worried. I'm worried, he said. So they tracked the creatures to the engine room and they shot it, but the lasers had no effect. The monster grew and grew. The crew was trying desperately to come up with a plan. We could flood the decks with poison gas, said one guy, or freeze it and blast it through an airlock. Let's belt it with gamma rays and turn it into an inanimate hulk, said another. And just before it ate the last of the crew, they realized the creature was misunderstood and just craved attention. So they gave it the love it needed and made it part of the crew, and they took it off on many a great adventures.
So I guess the survivors were quite forgiving, seeing as how this thing just ate their friends. What's the matter with you?
Wait, I know. It's a meteor from deep space. From the planet Maya near Ceylon Nebula that landed in a swamp in Ohio, where a local farmer found it and brought it to the Science School Institute of Technology and Refrigeration Repair. There, two scientists studied the rock. Dr. Sinclair, a meteorologist who studies meteors, and Dr. Sheridan, a urologist who studies uranium. They scanned it and poked it, x-rayed and probed it, but they found nothing. While they ate their lunch, a mysterious goo oozed out and landed in the mouse cage, infecting its food pellets. The next day, the mouse was gone. The doctors were stunned. They analyzed the goo and realized the weird substance was a super growth formula. By mid-morning, a large monster was roaming downtown Toledo. The military was called in. and General McPatrick watched in horror as his troops and their weapons and tanks were useless to stop the beast. Missiles and bombs had no effect. The city was in chaos. The buildings were demolished. Goodness gracious, is mankind doomed? He asked. Fortunately, Brenda Jones, lab assistant, a radiologist who studied radio waves and who had a degree in nutrition, came up with a plan. She fed a piece of cheese dipped in poison-toxic radioactive nuclear matter to the beast, and the giant mouse vaporized. Everyone was grateful, some more than others. They were all left with the knowledge that man shouldn't tamper with nature.
That was amazing. 15 minutes of my life gone. You with your spaceships, alien mutants, trolls, sword-wielding bimbos, and bad cheese.
Weren't those good stories?
You know, I have a story about an irritating little snotball who spends the rest of the afternoon in her room without any supper.
You know what, Mom? You're a very bad person. A very bad person.
Oh yeah, Miss Surly? What are you going to do about it, crumb snatcher?
This rock is actually a power cell for my transmodifying ray gun.
What?
You're never going to send me to my room again.
If I only knew who your father was.
Sugarplum, come here. I baked you a plate of cookies. Why don't you come and have some? You're such a little angel. Mommy's so proud of you.